We have heard so much about the cataclysmic events that take place in December of 2012, that according to the Mayan calendar, it is in fact the end of linear time. What people have not understood is it's a celebration. It is not something to be afraid of. And that is very important for us to accomplish. The reason that it has been such a fearful spot on the big disk of life upon which life has been rotating around and around, meeting the same cycles over and over, is it is a little bit like a blister on your heel, that the same pair of shoes rubs raw each time. It is more easy to damage the skin when it has been already an area of injury. We are standing in front of a wall, and if we can get beyond this wall, time as we know it will change forever. The wall consists of ghosts of the past. The guilt that lightworkers felt because they tried so hard and could not save during previous times the earth or raise the consciousness quickly enough to transcend beyond the cataclysms they could see coming, and also pain over the suffering of many, fear that it could happen again, and anger that we are trapped on a treadmill that meets the same obstacle over and over. The treadmill, the disc of life, is created by the 3 stages of linear change. Linear change has come about because of karma. Karma is held in the Akashic records in 4 different bands of frequency. And because karma is deliberately caused by different areas that wish to call life back to them, it has kept us going around and around, a little bit like keeping a carrot in front of a donkey, and it's on a long stick, and the donkey just keeps walking because he believes at some point he will get the carrot. One of the first things to overcome is the belief in the law of compensation. To remember that all things are ours, that there is no scarcity nor lack. Secondly, what is essential is that we start to reject the reality of humanity as not being valid for us. To say, yes, I see this particular aspect of life, I see this pain or suffering, but this is not my reality. I look at it, but I immediately focus onto a higher reality. The reason that this second technique is very important for overcoming the linear time that keeps bringing us back to this particular point is that previously light workers have tried to raise the consciousness of others. This time around, we're not going to try and do what has not worked, because when the shock does happen of the cataclysm, instead of having raised others up, we lose energy, resources, life force, and then light workers fall down to the level of humanity. This time, we say no to humanity's level. We do not try and raise them up, but we empower a new form of time. And it is exponential change. Time is the movement of change. And if it is going around and around on a disk, called by 3 specific points, which is in fact spirit, soul, and body, it now is going to have exponential starburst changes, breaking through matrices, allowing the feelings that are held in those matrices to come up, and they might well do that in the form of sudden melancholy or sudden shame or guilt or self-loathing, for example. You know that it's coming up, you know it's part of the matrix that you're bursting, and you focus on what is now possible that was not possible before. What fullness of life can now be lived? It is a joyous prophecy that we finally will put an end to linear time. and that we are entering a time of exponential change. The gap between cause and effect closes, cause and effect merge as one.